The Cross Guild started as Crocodile's idea. Crocodile, Mihawk, and Buggy became the bosses of the group. At first, they wanted to make a perfect world, but Buggy changed their goal to finding the One Piece. However, Mihawk thinks they need a strong ally to fight the 𝐻YPEKAGE. So, who are the strongest members of this group? Moji is a character introduced early in the story, during Luffy's first meeting with Buggy. After a time skip, Moji gains weight and struggles with his appetite. He's Buggy's first crew member, and can be seen as his vice captain. Moji is pretty full of himself, and does silly things. He often competes with 𝐻Pekage. Moji says he can control animals, but he couldn't even handle 𝐻U𝐜, who tried to bite him. 𝐻Pekage might seem like a skilled assassin, but he's not very strong. The first time we see him, he fights against Zoro. What's surprising is his skill with a sword while balancing on a circus wheel, which catches Luffy and Zoro off guard. He's also clever, especially in his battle against Zoro. Before the time skip, 𝐻Pekage's strength is comparable to Moji's. They both compete for Buggy's attention. After the time skip, 𝐻Pekage remains the same. However, there's no indication that he's getting any stronger. Richie is a big lion tamed by Moji. He's like the pet and mascot of the Buggy Pirates. Richie is usually calm, but can get really fierce if he has to. Because he's so big, he can even break an iron cage. Just like his owner Moji, Richie can't resist food and gets chubby. It doesn't make him look scarier though, just cute. Some folks even think of Richie more as a huge cat than a lion. Alvida was the first antagonist Luffy faced in One Piece. At first, she was mean to anyone who insulted her, but Luffy beat her, and something strange happened. She became slim and pretty. After that, she teamed up with Buggy to go after Luffy again. Alvida ate the Subi no Mi, which made her body slippery. This helped her dodge attacks, but it wasn't anything too special. Even after the time skip, Alvida didn't change much. After Buggy escapes from Impel Down, fellow convicts admire him due to his rumored past as a member of Goldie Roger's crew, unaware he was an apprentice and the weakest member. During the Summit War of Marineford, Buggy displays cowardice, mistaken by convicts as bravery, increasing their admiration. Eventually, they join Buggy's crew, idolizing his associates Moji and 𝐻Pekage. In truth, these new recruits are mostly more powerful than 𝐻Pekage and Moji, and that they all have high bounties on their heads. Galdino, also known as Mr. 3, used to work for Baroque Works. He was the main antagonist during the Little Garden arc. After Luffy beat him, he ended up in Impel Down prison. He wouldn't have escaped if it wasn't for Luffy. Galdino helped Luffy fight against Magellan, and he also made a key to free Ace when Luffy needed it the most. Galdino has the Doru no Mi, a devil fruit power that grant him the ability to control wax. He's good at using it to create all sorts of stuff to help out. Even though he has powers, Galdino isn't much of a fighter. He likes to stay out of harm's way. Buggy's journey as a pirate has surprised many fans. When the world government learned about his connection to Shanks and the Roger Pirates, they asked him to join the Seven Warlords. When the system disbanded, people thought Buggy would be caught. Instead, he became one of the new 𝐻YPEKAGE. His crew's chaos made him even more famous. Buggy isn't a strong fighter. He mainly uses his powers to dodge attacks, making him one of the weaker members of the Cross Guild. Daz Bones is the most trusted underling of Crocodile. He went by the name Mr. 1 while working for Baroque Works. Zoro defeated him, and he got locked up in Impel Down. But during the prison break, he reunited with Crocodile and stuck with him. Originally, Daz Bones was a feared bounty hunter from West Blue known as the Killer. He's really good at fighting without weapons, and he has a special devil fruit power called Supa no Mi. It lets him turn parts of his body into sharp steel blades. This makes him tough to hurt. But like all devil fruits, it doesn't work well against Haki. Skilled swordsmen can hurt him even without Haki. Crocodile was the main antagonist in the Alabasta arc. He wanted to rule the country and get his hands on Pluton. He pretended to be Mr. Zero and almost got what he wanted, but Monkey D. Luffy stopped him. After he got caught, Crocodile was sent to Impel Down, where he stayed until Luffy freed him. After the Paramount War, he went to the New World, and nobody knew where he was for a while. When they disbanded the Seven Warlords system, Crocodile teamed up with Mihawk to create the Cross Guild. Mihawk, one of the leaders of the Cross Guild, is the strongest person in the group. Before working with the Marines, he was known as the Marine Hunter. To stop him, the Marines offered him a special position, and he became a Seven Warlords. Mihawk used to be rivals with Shanks, who was one of the 4 emperors. Mihawk is an amazing swordsman, and he's called the strongest swordsman in the world. He also has one of the highest bounties in the series, which shows how strong he is.